Greetings and welcome, adventurers, to another episode of Let's Play Neverwinter Nights, Shadows of Undrentide. Right. On to whatever we were doing next. I was kinda hoping I could get into this secret passageway, but alas, I do not have the vision for it. Not even if I put on the silly helmet.
Well, bless my tarnished soul. Look at this.
Then again... Alright, so that completely bypasses all of the defenses around here, which is fine. Let's, there we have him, Kel-Garas. He's impossible. Well, let's determine the definition of impossible. He is already hostile, so we're not gonna have a conversation with him, that's fine. I'm gonna guess he's evil. Alright. Well, that's not fair. Alright. I'll just use the weapon we have been granted. Ouch. Alright, so clearly there's no point, not too much point in buffing, so let's just open up. Maybe a little bit of buffing. At the very least, let's summon a creature. Oh, he's dead. The impossible sorcerer is dead. How fortuitous. That did not work. Alright. Any chance you're weak enough for this? What are you doing, Xanos? You blasted fool. You don't use negative energy on skeletons! Who raised you to fight undead? Well, that's not great. Are these vulnerable to anything? Not particularly. this is less than perfect. And it was going so well. Alright, so... let's get some of this buffing out of the way. Alright. Let's see if we can get another lucky strike. Yep. Alright, in that case.
You cannot win!
Alright, that's one down. Let's see if we can finish off the other one with more mortal wounds. Stop resisting. Yeah, that's great. Just knuckle bones. What knuckle bones? Alright, let's see if there's anything to loot around here. Right, the rod is on body, that's fine. This all looks trapped. I'm gonna guess it's all trapped. It's not locked, fortunately. Alright, let's get all the neat stuff. I figure as soon as we pick up any item of power, we're likely gonna have to start running for our lives. There's nothing hidden behind here. Alright, what's in the tomb? No. Alright, a cloak of protection, some gold rings, and a period of wisdom. And a scythe +2. Well, none of us uses
I'm
scythe.
carrying far too much useless garbage.
Xanos,
Going to have to dump some of this.
you still have a little bit of weight limit. Alright, let's go collect the rod. The Rod of Blight. The Rod of Blight is home of the Kel-Garas' soul. Only when it is destroyed will the mummy be truly defeated. So the Rod of Blight is ours. Now we can leave. Easy enough. Oh, tomb is collapsing. Luckily we don't have to go all the way back. I see you have returned, Wanderer. How goes the battle with my ancient foe? I have the rod. A magnificent triumph. You are truly one with the spirit of the Bedine. There is just one more task, and you must hurry if you are to return life to the oasis. The rod must be taken into the temple to be destroyed. Once Kel-Garas is destroyed, the water will flow in the oasis once more. Could I not just give it to you to do? I suppose you could, but legend tells us that the Thunder himself will destroy the destructive power within the rod and replace it with the power of healing. No trifling thing. It seems only fitting that such an honor should fall on you, my friend. I will do it then. Although this does seem like a very good way of saying, looks dangerous. You go first. Should there be any trouble, my men and I shall try to help you. Yes, well, I'm sure there will be plenty of that, but before we do, let's actually heal up. Because I have a feeling this will not be as easy as it sounds. Right. Back to the temple. Now, there shouldn't be any more zombies, but I don't remember if any more zombies get spawned just to delay us. I mean, this is the kind of game that will do that. Alright, here we go. Right, we have an altar. I don't trust it. Stranger, you have destroyed much of what I created. Tell me, do you feel an urgent need to fight me and die? Or do you have time to parley? Why would I want to speak with you? There is always something to learn from speaking to another, particularly if the other has a mind of any value. Believe me, I could teach you all sorts of things. But you have to be willing to listen and learn and share your thoughts as well. Is this something that interests you? Well, I will speak with you. It has been long years since I had anyone to converse with. Let me get a sense of you first. I sense the mystic forces you hold under your control. Many of my enemies and allies were mages of great power. So what is your name, Sorcerer? Well, I'm Mathijssa. Greetings, Mathijssa. Welcome to the dead lands of Kel-Garas, though, as I'm sure you have noticed, I am not quite dead. You live only at the mercy of Xanos and his brave companion. Perhaps. Or perhaps I will just keep coming back until you are so weakened that you can no longer defeat me. Then you would be my undead slaves. I was once a powerful priest of the Netherese, but I'm sure you have heard the tale from the twisted minds of the Bedin warriors. Perhaps you have questions of me? Now, I could listen to his story. It is... well, we are not exactly the polar opposite. I mean, he does admit that he seeks power. And he is evil, we know that, but it could be interesting to listen to. Tell me your version of the story. I was a powerful priest in the Church of Jurgal, a powerful god in my time. Despite my position in the church, I wanted more. I wanted to usurp the power of the mages and rule Netheril. I did the research and found that I could increase my powers in the church and eventually in my society, but only if I were immortal. The ceremony was performed and I bound my soul to a magical rod. Why would you bind it to a rod? If my soul remained in my body, then the destruction of my corpse would end with my life. By joining it with the magical rod, blessed and protected by Jurgal, I survived death all the better. The rod was stolen by my enemies, just as it was by you presently, and I was cast out of Netheril society, buried in a cave, unable to rise and use my powers. Then after an age of imprisonment I found myself free, but entirely alone. How did you get free? The Netherese disappeared with all their cities and magic. I have no idea what became of them, other than the one who possessed my soul. I found his corpse near here, in fact, my body being drawn to my soul. I was torn by the loss of my people, and was determined to discover what had happened to them. Then I found it true horror. Well, what did you find? So quickly? I have told you some of my story, but now it's your turn. Information is valuable and not to be easily given away. I want to know something about you. Tell me, Was your father a sorcerer too? Now, this is where you can sort of make up your own story because, well, it's never explicitly stated who your father was. I never knew my father. My, what a heart-wrenching tale, I can see it now. Driven by the loneliness of not having a father, you vowed to do more with your life. Yes, you are as easy to read as a simple text. Go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong. You're close. Of course I am. The sorrows of life drive all her creatures down similar paths. We can lie to ourselves and believe that our choices are somehow more noble than others, but it is nothing more than a lie. So where were we? Finish telling me your story. A creature of great evil, a fairy, enemy to the people of the Netherrealm, and itself, trapped in a prison of their making, twisted the minds of the Bedine tribesmen and granted him a great power to destroy me. My research was lost as I fled back here to my lair, but I was able to block the creature's magic with my own protections. I believed I was trapped in my tomb indefinitely, but it seems something has gone right finally, and I've grown in strength. You spoke of research. I thought you were trying to take over the world. I told you, I was researching what happened to my people. Taking over the world would have made that research easier. Alright, it seems you're justifying your means, your methods to get your means. Not really all that altruistic. Why should I believe this Faerun was evil? Faerun have creatures that destroy all other magic using creatures of any race. That almost by any definition, that would make them evil. No? Not every definition, but sure. Truthfully, it is humorous, don't you think? I mean, here are these people thinking they are doing the world a great service for the good of all, yet binding themselves to a creature of pure malice. Somewhat ironic, I suppose. Exactly. Irony is the most beautiful form of humor. What has bolstered your powers? I do not know. Perhaps Jurgle waxes in power once again. Or perhaps the Faerun perished, weakening the Bedine. Or something else beyond my awareness has occurred. Does it truly matter? But now it is my turn to ask a question again. You left home to become an adventurer, and you obviously have the skills of some experience. Someone must have become replacement parental figure in life. Was he or she kind? Did you love your mentor? Yes, he was a good teacher. We all love our mentors in one way or another. I loved mine even as I killed her. She made an excellent sacrifice. And yet, there is a part of you that would like to have tested your mentor, to best him, to watch his lifeblood flowing from a mortal wound of your own making. You have your opinions, I have mine. What a moronic statement. Even as you hide behind the veneer of diplomacy, your soul is stained, and someday you shall find that dark path has consumed you so greatly you enjoy evil. Oh, Mathijssa, this is such fun. It is your turn. Ask your questions. Now, asking about why he hates Bedine is kind of stupid, because, well, why wouldn't he hate them? And while asking about the Netherese is interesting in a lore perspective, I will not bore you that much. Instead, I'll do something a little bit more productive to the quest. Do you know what this crystal is? Mathijssa, what are you doing? Ixnay on the Istokray. You know, that's actually the first time a side character has actually done something useful. If you go in with Dorna, she doesn't say anything like that. Show him the crystal anyway. Let me see that. It looks very familiar. I cannot seem to recall where I have seen it before. Perhaps if I could hold it, I could divine what it is with my powers. No. You can trust me, Mathijssa. Just let me hold the crystal and I can tell you exactly what it is. Definitely not. You have the source. With it I can truly reign supreme. Nothing will ever be able to destroy me. I shall take it from your corpse and raise you so that you may serve me. And alas, my timer has seized up. I have to reset my tablet. In any case, that'll be the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.